Oh, I think my sound is on. Just turn that off for a minute. Hello, everybody. I'll wait for this to finish up. Anybody who just got here, these are just some of the little ACEO cards, the little ones that I give away. Hey, Chappie, I should get you up here so you can tell us how your trip went. I'm going to send you a link. Hi, Sandy. Oh, you don't have a laptop? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, do your phone because I want to hear about your trip.
Sucks hearing about what everybody's lost.
I know it really sucks, Mike. You might be surprised because when I lived on Cape Cod, I had a pond and it would freeze over. It's good to try to get an air hole in it though, but the fish should like bury themselves down on the bottom in the leaves from the fall that I never cleaned out till spring. But they'd bury themselves in the leaves and it'd make it through the winter even with the pond freezing over. Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Oh, there's Chappie. Hello. So you are in Oregon, huh?
Yeah, I made it out here.
Well, I'll tell you what, once you get settled in and spring comes and you want to see some pretty country, I grew up in Oregon, so I can give you some hints of where to go.
Oh, right on. No, it's gorgeous out here.
Well, you head up north and you get into like the thick trees and great big ferns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Klamath Falls is okay, but it's not as pretty as some of the country up north.
I don't know. It's really cool because like when you come into the city, you're going downhill. You see the lake and you see all these buildings on the lake and stuff. It's all right here. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, Klamath Falls isn't bad.
But
I'll send you up to some trees
yeah.
and some really good hiking trails, like the kind of trails like you're walking on like needles and stuff and you can't even hear your steps, and great big huge ferns hanging out over the trail, and yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Waterfalls. I can send you up to some really nice waterfall hikes.
Oh, right on. Yeah, so I can tell you all about the trip real quick if y'all want to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So I left on Friday night, I think. Got up, I went up to Oklahoma City from Dallas because my cousin told me that I don't want to be driving those crappy little roads all the way to Amarillo, Texas to get to 40. And
did you make it out before the snow started there, or no?
It iced a little bit there in Dallas, but I was able to make it all the way to Oklahoma and get to sleep. No snow on the ground. I wake up and it was like 3 inches, and then the streets were like 5 or 6 inches. It was stupid. It sucks pretty bad, and it was like that for the next 530 something miles. It was ice and snow from Oklahoma City to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then after Albuquerque, or at Albuquerque, I got new rear tires, and it pretty much just all stopped. It was like I hit Flagstaff, which I always like Flagstaff. It's a beautiful place. I didn't stop though. Flagstaff, and then Vegas, and then Reno, and then over the mountains into California, and then through Modoc and all that up here in Oregon. And luckily, I did that in the morning time. Got to drive into the mountains and see all that, so that was really cool. Chappie could play a great Wild Bill Hitchcock. Hitchcock. I don't know. Hey there, Bob. What's going on?
Oh, I didn't realize I was up there.
Oh yeah, bud.
Yeah, you're up.
I
Where's
appreciate
my Yahtzee?
I appreciate y'all waiting on me. He's sitting here under the desk. I was chatting with another fish person about swapping some stuff, Jess. So we had a lot to talk about and looking at stuff, sending pictures, mains and tails. He's here under the table. You want to see Pam? Come on, I got Pam. Oh, he might have had something going on with the cats. I wasn't watching him close. Here he comes. Come on, baby. I got Pam. You didn't hear? Oh.
Hi, Phil.
Yahtzee.
Come here. Yeah, he heard you that time. There she is.
So where are you staying at now, Chappie?
Just a little crappy hotel.
Chappie's across the continent now.
Yeah, I drove clear across America a couple days ago. It was something else.
Yeah, it's like every place got. I think Oregon got snow too. Is there snow in Klamath Falls?
When I got here, there was a little bit on the ground on that side, but no. This morning when I woke up, my Mustang was a little bit iced, but nothing bad.
Yeah, you're lucky because up in like Portland and Seattle really got nailed.
Oh yeah. There's the pupper.
Yeah, I'm telling him to say hi to the chat. Yeah, it's not Pam.
There's Yahtzee. There's Yahtzee.
He comes right around there. You love you some Pam, don't you, baby? He can't see. I've got the chat up trying to catch up. Oh, I'll put Pam up. I'll put her on.
Hi, I hate the stupids.
Phil,
Hi, TRB.
Phil, you know what? I will say this. I love Texas, and I will move back to Texas. But it seems like I left on the exact day everything went to shit.
Yeah.
Rolling blackouts.
Yep.
No, it was like 30 minutes on and 15 minutes off, or I don't know, or something crazy like that, you know. 12 inches of snow in Texas, like, why? That's hateful. That's hateful. That's stupid.
We used to get that here in Tennessee all the time, several times a winter, but not now.
Oh, Bob.
Hi.
Yeah, you're in Tennessee. Did you get any of that storm?
It's sleeting. I took my garbage out to the road about an hour ago, and it was sleeting. I didn't know it was.
Oh, hell.
It's cold.
That makes for icky roads. Hi, fantastic.
Yeah, it will.
No, this storm's crazy. It goes clear up to Pennsylvania or to Maine, clear down to South Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Those poor South Texans, they do not know what to do.
Oh, Skipper's awake. I thought Skipper was asleep. Hey, Skipper.
I'm listening.
I've been on Skipper about 2 days, and all he does is laugh at me.
Yeah, I do.
I know.
Well, I got all my stuff mailed out today that needed to go out in the mail. And I ended up with 2 calendars left. So I'm going to give away 2 calendars tonight.
Sweet.
And everybody that's been waiting for art and calendars, they're on their way. Because it's been like weeks and weeks since I've been to the post office. So I finally got everything sent.
I've got to go and mail some stuff. Amy won a giveaway, last week, but I haven't that way. Just the arc and back.
Pam, how's the weather out there where you're at?
Cold. Not a lot of snow.
It's pretty much cold
We
everywhere.
probably have about 4 or 5 inches of snow, but the temperatures have been, in the minuses, like minus 18 a couple days ago.
That's hateful.
It sucks, man. Pennsylvania's bad too right now. It ain't even funny.
I think in one day I went from like -2 to almost 60 degrees just driving so much. And then
Nice.
I came into somewhere it was 30 degrees outside and I was wearing my short sleeve and I was like, man, this is great. It's nice outside. What the hell? Did I just acclimatize that fast? What the hell's going on here? Oh man.
I looked it up one time, the record breaking thing for like the fastest temperature drop was at a place in South Dakota. I think it was in the early 60s or late 50s, if I remember right. But the temperature went from, they said there was a cold front coming in and they could see it coming. I mean, it looked like a wall coming, right?
Oh.
And it went from like 48 degrees to -20 in like 15 minutes. And people's windshields on their cars were busting and everything from the sudden change of temperature,
Oh, yeah.
That's what you call a cold front coming in.
Oh. But
It's about to start snowing here. It's crazy.
'tis the season, right?
No, but it's funny because I was somewhere today and it's like, this is how it used to be. Whenever we were younger, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It was. Here in Pennsylvania, this is how it used to be. We used to have 6-foot snow drifts in our driveways, and it was nothing.
Oh, yeah. A few years ago, it's been a few years now because, believe it or not, things are warming up. And not necessarily warming up, but changing. There is such a thing as climate change. But a few years ago here, it was nothing to have like -40.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that for like 4 years at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it used to be like every winter there'd be at least a week where it'd be -40.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
I saw a couple of news about that, and apparently those in Texas weren't winterized and weren't prepared for cold weather.
That's what I've been seeing. Yeah, they didn't. They got in on the deregulating everything.
Right.
So they don't have the winter preparation that they should have.
And the safety.
Because they figured they just didn't need it and they weren't going to spend the money. And now they're paying for it.
Yeah. Well, who knew this would happen? But yeah, it's not really the grids are overloaded there. It's that theirs aren't working because they didn't.
They didn't prepare anything for winter. So all their like computer screens and valves and everything is freezing.
Yep.
Yeah,
The governor said that it's because of the windmills, but the windmills weren't prepared for winter, and that's only 7% of their electricity. So the rest of it was not the windmills. But it's a good thing to blame if you're living in a state that depends on having lots of oil sales, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to try the alternative way of doing things. It's got to have. Yeah, they pay.
They were like totally unprepared for.
They pay for
what they got hit with.
Oil things.
I don't think anybody could be prepared for. What did they say? 3 storms at once.
Yeah.
This is like the stupidest. That's
Hi, Big J.
They hit the stupid lottery.
Yeah, and here we're actually like we don't have as much snow as normal or anything. It's like we got to get some snow up on the mountains before spring hits here, or we're going to have a fire summer.
Ooh.
We need more of a snowpack for sure.
Oh,
But then, like last year, our last snow was June 8th, so we have lots of time yet to get snow.
hey there, Big J. Hey, Holly. Sorry I didn't see you guys. I'm on my phone. It's hard to go from my phone to the screen to see everybody.
I'm going to show the drawing that I started Saturday. For those of you who were on my Saturday stream, I'm going to show you the finished drawing real quick here. Because Saturday streams are art now. Me and Priscilla and Jess when she feels up to it. So I'm going to share with you the photograph of the drawing that I did last Saturday, which I didn't finish on the stream.
I hope Bob seen it before you show it on here. He'll be mad.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
Ginger bought it though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stream, I think.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That turned out beautiful.
Is that food in its feet?
Well,
Yes, it's a dead sparrow.
Someone's like, "Oh, that's
dead
good.
sparrow would have looked better.
No, those are intestines."
It looks like pulverized meat now, Pam.
Yep.
Oh, is that what it really looked like? I remember you saying you were going to try to hide that it was a dead
I was
sparrow.
going to just make it like dark gray fur that wouldn't show very much, but you guys actually talked me into like going ahead and putting it in there. So I
Not
did.
me. Not
Gotta
me.
make it real life, Pam.
Not me.
Real life is good.
I love
I
my
think
bird.
Bob talked her into it.
Chappie, reach up there and smack him.
Just reach back ahead and slap him.
Why am I smacking you?
Get him, Yossi. Get him, Yossi.
So your Mustang did okay, huh?
It did. I gotta tell you, I probably I was white knuckled driving quite a bit.
You got good tires on it?
I do now. Now that I don't need them. For the first couple days after my drive, when I farted, whistle because I was clenching so much. It was pretty bad.
Yep, I bet.
No, it was it made it. I got pretty good gas mileage, and it just needs to be washed now.
So have you started your new job?
I did. I started yesterday or today, and it's great. I walked up to the jet, and I hadn't seen one in 10 plus years, and I just remembered so much about it. I'm like, oh, that's that, and that's that, and that's started opening stuff up and touching stuff. It was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Well, I think you'll end up loving Oregon. Oregon is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, to me, it's no Texas. I know not everybody in here loves Texas, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, Klamath Falls is kind of probably the closest you're going to get to Texas in Oregon because it's like Klamath Falls and Roseburg.
Yeah,
Southern Oregon is very definitely like cowboy country.
Yeah, there's a lot of truck driving. A lot of
You get up to Portland and it's like old hippies.
Yeah, I don't like hippies. Hippies smell.
And we're talking old hippies, tie-dye, shit like that, when there's like nudie bars on every corner, and Portland's different.
Whoa, no, slow down. You said what on every corner?
Nudie bars.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to go to. No, I'm just. No, it's definitely a small town here. It seems it's pretty spread out, but it's definitely
Hey,
small.
Big Tank.
Hey, Lauren.
A big
Hey,
tank.
big Hank. Oh,
Yeah, I used to go down to that area and further east a lot when I was growing up because we'd go down there and go arrowhead hunting.
oh yeah.
Hmm.
No, that's pretty awesome. No, it's oh, I'm pretty happy. Rent here is pretty cheap, so
Yeah, it's going to be like, I hope you can find a place, but it's probably going to be a lot cheaper. Cheap rent.
yeah, I'm looking at less than $1,000 a month for a house.
Mm-hmm.
So, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, Danica said that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, let that slide.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here in a minute. I'm still on Central Time, and it feels like it's midnight for me, and it's 8
Yeah.
p.m.
Yep.
I feel wiped out.
Yep. It'll take you a little bit to get used to it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Anyways, Bob, have a good night, and Skipper, you too. Pam, thanks for having me.
Chappie, do you need me to?
Yeah, I'm really glad you made it without no trouble.
Yeah.
You need me to send you some color for your beard, Chappie?
You know, I discovered just real quick. I was on the. You do a lot of weird stuff on the road, so I started twisting my beard. I found where the underside and the chin are. If you put your finger there, it's two different colors. Like this stuff is darker than this stuff. But you know what? I'll keep the blonde, whatever this is, for now.
So
It's
you
starting
rubbed
to turn gray.
you twisted the color off, basically.
It's I think I would look funny if I had brown facial hair.
One of my exes, he decided when I was at work one day to dye his beard because it was getting light, right? So I got him some of that. I got him a box of that just for men stuff, to dye your hair, facial hair. And he did it while I was at work. And I got home and he had dyed his eyebrows too.
Oh no!
And I called him Monkey Boy for about a month because I have no sympathy.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh, I have a mean streak. You guys probably didn't know that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, you're just funny, and they don't have a sense of humor. That's what it is.
Oh.
But anyways, everybody in the chat, thanks for saying hi to me, and thanks for the well wishes. And just for people that are subbed to me, I'll try to get streaming soonish. No promises yet when I'll be up.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody understands. I've been watching for you.
Yeah, I've been trying to update the Facebook, but even that's just too much for me.
Well, like I say, I'm glad that you made it okay. I was glad to see you on Facebook. And thanks for coming up.
Well, thanks for having me. Everybody, have a great night.
You too.
You too, Chap.
Get on our Patreon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
All of these ladies in the chat saying they like gray. Guys should have some gray. All that. How come I don't have women swarming lined up at the door?
Because you have more than just some. You have a lot.
How do you know how much gray I've got? I don't know. And you got that hat on still.
It's a different hat this time.
Oh. Well, It's a hat. Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting to get gray up there.
Hey, Vanoski. I'm like totally gray. I should dye my hair, but I'm going to look old no matter what, you know?
I thought you had naturally red hair. I mean, still red hair, Pam.
Well, it's all gray now.
Oh, well. That's what gets me is women want to dye theirs, but they think men look good with it.
Well, men look good bald too, but that doesn't mean I need to be bald. I've been a loco.
The sooner mine's gone, the better.
Mike's Aquatic says he had gray hair in high school.
I actually had a buddy when we graduated. He had a full head of hair, gray hair.
Oh, there's those where they bleach their hair and put gray on it too. Young
Yeah, I've seen that.
ladies.
See, mine's gray enough where I could like make it pink or something like that. Pink or blue or green.
Yep. Match your ears.
Yep. That's what I could do. I could make it pink.
I started getting bald at 21.
Yep, teenagers are dyeing their hair gray. I've seen them do that. And dyeing their hair blue. And hell, when I was growing up, all the old ladies had blue hair.
It's interesting, DRB.
I know I've earned every gray hair too. But I'm going to go ahead, I think, and give away one of the calendars, and then I'll give away the other one later.
Okay.
And I'm not going to show you guys because I actually have them in envelopes ready to mail. So, and I got two, so I'm going to, like I say, I'll give away one now and one later. And let me pull up the random thing. Random number.
I think these popular hungry, they keep hitting the glass.
How many people we got in here?
Mine says 40.
Okay, so we'll do 1 to 50. And I know everybody knows the rules, but I'll say them anyway. It's one guess per person. Whoever comes closest to the number without going over is the winner. And I'm not going to ship these overseas, though. Got to throw that out there. But you can, like, enter if you want to and give it to somebody in the States if you're out of the States. And I don't know what else to say. Oh, except that I have a random number generator that I'll pull up and show you. And then I'll take it back down again. And when everybody's done guessing, I will generate a number and then we'll see who is the winner.
Excuse me.
So that's the random number generator that I'll be using. But I'm going to take it down for now. And I'll add it back to the stream when we're done. And I'm going to type start here in a second. And then, like I say, everybody gets one guess. And it's numbers 1 through 50.
What was that noise?
It wasn't me.
Sounded like a Sasquatch or something.
Nope, wasn't me. Did you want me to put in a number for you, Bob?
Sure. Number 21.
31?
21.
21. Okay.
37 been good to me. Thank you.
And if there's any ties, then we do a tiebreaker between the people who tied. And everybody who won something earlier and hasn't gotten it yet, the last of the mail went out today.
Laura used to have a cat named Sutton.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little drawing, one of the little cards of a Bigfoot, because somebody else asked me to too.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Deborah. Well, I know what they sound like because I've been watching all the YouTube videos on them where they're hooting and hollering out in the bushes and stuff.
Everybody got a number in?
I don't think she's impressed with that idea.
There was a video clip I watched the other day that was just outside of Laramie, which isn't too surprising because we're like sitting in a bowl in the middle of the mountains. Miracles happen. The number you need to be between 1 and 50, so put in a different one. I should do something else here too. Hang on. I should show you guys what you're going to win, huh?
I thought you said you already bagged it up.
Well, yeah, but I can show a little video clip of it.
There you go. Whose fish tank?
After the commercial gets gone here. Okay. So I'm going to show this real quick and then we'll draw the number. Oops, I can't do it. No, we'll draw the number first and then I'll show you guys. Because I gotta do the random number thingy. Is everybody done with their numbers? I'm going to push the button and generate a number and find the winner. Oops, I can't do it on there. I have to go to this actual thing. I tried to like click the number on StreamYard and it didn't work. Okay, I'm going to click generate. We have number 11.
Oh,
so
man.
Whoever's closest without going over. Let me stop that and go back and see who won.
Sean OOTD got it on the money.
Oh, did he really? Nice,
Yeah,
Sean.
Up at the beginning.
I think I have your address, but why don't you send it to me anyway? Congratulations, Sean. And I'll put in my email to send me your address.
And be sure and copy it.
Yep, copy and paste, because if it's spelled wrong, then it just doesn't work.
It's your ass, not Pam's.
Okay, I'm going to show you the calendar real quick. And I got one more to give away, which I'll give away in a little bit.
That was scary. Can you make it? There you go. There you go.
You got to put up with my extremely creative little things there.
I've got a big one of that. What the hell is that?
3 horses.
Oh, that's how bad my vision is. I haven't seen the first but. Whoops, spoke too soon. I love that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too.
Oh, Brutus. Is that Brutus?
Yep. And let me get that off of there now. So anyway, that's the calendar. And I got one more I'm going to be giving away probably in a little while. So, awesome.
Oh, excuse me.
Up on the chat. Yeah, they're very frameable. Most of them you can like get a pre-cut mat and a standard size frame, so you could frame them pretty cheaply. So, what are you guys up to?
Reading the chat.
Just dealing with the cold weather and probably starting to start snowing here in time. And I have to deal with that tomorrow. But other than that, nothing.
I know it kind of sucks. Here, the thing with here is like it was snowing a little bit today, but it's so cold that the roads aren't slick because the snow is cold. It's like dry. I hate to say it's dry, but that's kind of the way it is. It's not wet. Wet snow is really slick, but you have to have higher temperatures than we have for that. I know it's like I grew up in Oregon, and people always laugh when like Seattle and Portland get a lot of snow, and you watch all the accidents and stuff. But the thing is that it's warmer there, and when it snows there, it's really wet and really, really slick. And here, it's so cold when it snows most of the time that the snow is kind of dry and powdery, and it just isn't that wet.
Yeah, it blows everywhere. It blows everywhere, and then you get your whiteouts and stuff.
You get your whiteouts. That's why the freeway closes a lot going over the pass. You get your whiteouts and snow drifts. It's like it blows and drifts, so you'll have like bare pavement, then all of a sudden a 6-foot drift,
Yeah. That's how it used to be when I was out in South Dakota.
Yeah. Soaking in a spa tub. Oh my God, that sounds so good.
Yeah, it does.
Who had the nerve to say that?
Fantastic fish.
Oh, okay.
I could like soak and I used to go into Yellowstone. There's a spot that not everybody knows about it, and you park and walk about a quarter of a mile, and there's some hot springs that are like you couldn't touch the water. It's like way past boiling, but it drops into the river, and they made like rock barriers, to hold the warm water in. and there's a bunch of them there. And you can climb in and soak in the hot springs, and it's so nice. The water, like a lot of them have waterfalls going into them, and you can't get close to the waterfall because it's too hot. But out towards the edge where you can sit down in the water, it's like 90 degrees. It's very much nice. And I'm sure the mineral water is good for you too.
What?
Yahtzee said you need to get that dog settled down.
Hey, Tien.
Hey, Bobby. Ooh, Yahtzee was all over that. Skipper Yahtzee said he better not have to look up again for that dog. He looked straight up from asleep.
Oh, when they barked, I opened the front door because I saw yellow flashing lights in here. It was trash guys are starting early because of the weather.
The dog pound here only has one dog right now, but they have 2 doves that I've been kind of eyeballing, thinking about.
Mario wants you to get them.
Yeah, he would love it. I used to have a couple of fan-tailed doves, and they were really pretty.
When I lived in New York, I was walking home from work from the hospital one day. It was only 7 blocks. And I was walking by Prospect Park. It's a huge park in Brooklyn. And there were 2 white pigeons, and they were albino. They had the red eyes and all that. And I threw something I was carrying over them, and they didn't try to get out. And so I picked them up and took them home with me. And I had them there a while. And then I figured out that they were somebody's pigeons that probably put out that didn't want them anymore. They were very tame. So then I was cleaning up their poop. And so I got their butts moved out to the little backyard, and they finally went away. But they were waiting on some sucker like me to come along, I guess.
Yeah. People do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter had a couple rats one time that somebody had. They were kind of rescues because somebody had them, and the apartments they lived in said they had to get rid of them. So they just took them out and put them in a tree out in front. And somebody found them and asked my daughter if she wanted them.
Well,
But they were pet rats. I mean, they couldn't have survived on their own.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what to do. Make some red-tailed hawk a good snack.
Did you see that comment from Binoculo? Benny Loco, and he pushes a button. She said, that person, that's a dog. I thought you had a cute fuzzy ears.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. And Bob dropped off.
You hit the wrong button.
Probably, yes.
He'll blame it on me when he comes back.
Yep. But that's like the bears at the bear place that I used to work at. I've had a couple people comment, that, they should be, in the wild and free, but they don't understand these bears that are rescued, and most of them have been in captivity their whole lives.
Yeah.
And bears learn from their mother. They aren't born with instincts on how to survive. Their mother teaches them what to eat and what time of year and all that stuff. They learn. It's a learned thing. And these poor bears, if they were turned loose, they would have no idea how to survive. They'd be looking for their dinner plates,
Yeah.
In fact, when Brutus was about, I think he was about 10 years old, National Geographic did a special on grizzly bears. and they came out and did some experimenting with him because he's very tame. But they wanted to see how much was instinct, and how much was learned behavior with them surviving. And I remember one thing they did was they gave him a live chicken, which absolutely terrified him. He was running all over the place trying to get away from it. And he wouldn't eat it when they killed it. He wouldn't touch it either. He wouldn't touch it till they plucked it for him. Then he ate it. And the other thing they did is in their enclosure where they go out to play every day, there's 2 big ponds, and they put some salmon in one of the ponds. And Brutus walked out, and he went to get in the pond, and he saw those salmon moving in his pond and backed right up, and he wouldn't have nothing to do with it. He wasn't going to get in the pond with something that was moving like that. And he loves fish. That was one of his favorite meals, was fish. So it's definitely a learned thing. And like I say, if these poor bears were turned loose out in the wild, they would never survive. Never, ever.
There's a place like that in South Dakota out by Rapid City called Bear Country. It's a drive-through zoo of like native animals and stuff. And there's one section with nothing but bears. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You got to keep your windows up.
Oh, yeah. This is like you park and you walk over, and they have about, oh gosh, I don't even know how big it is, but they have a great big enclosure with trees and a couple ponds and a big waterfall and stuff. And they take turns letting the bears out. The bears each have their own den, which is like big cages, like back behind where you can't see. And then they take turns and let each one out for like 3 or 4 hours a day out into the enclosure to play. And some of them have different bears that they let them out with, but some of them don't get along. So they'll let out. Usually they have like 2 of them that they'll let out at a time. But they're all rescued bears. Like Brutus was the first one, and he was found. His mother died, and he was found when he was just born. So he was like super, super tame and very much a ham. And he was in different movies and commercials and all kinds of stuff because he was trained. And they built the thing for him, and then they kept adding more bears that needed to be rescued. Like 2 of them, 2 females. I don't even know if Sheena's still alive, but they had 2 females that they rescued from a guy in Texas. Had them in his backyard.
Real females?
Female grizzlies.
Oh, I've been reading fast.
And he had these 2 grizzly bears. I think they were 8 years old when they rescued them. But he had 2 8-year-old grizzly bears in a 6-foot-long dog crate in his backyard. The bears couldn't even stand up.
That's awful.
And one of them died of leukemia a couple years after they got it. And Sheena, the last time I was up there, Sheena was still alive. And she was in her 20s, but she had arthritis really bad from the care that she got when she was younger. And they had to, like, every night with her dinner, they'd put in a couple big pills to help with her arthritis. But she was funny. The only bear she could be out with was Brutus. She didn't like any other bear except for Brutus. And they would let him out in the wintertime. See, they let him out, and then there's like a big hill, and then they drop down over the hill into the enclosure where everybody can see them. And Sheena, if it was muddy or sloppy at all, she'd just like turn around and go back. She didn't care. She wasn't going out in that shit.
Hey.
And I don't blame her for not liking people.
Yeah.
She had a hard time. And then they had 2 other bears, Jake and Maggie, that were rescued in Florida, and somebody had them in their backyard in a dog kennel. And the authorities found them, and they were going to put them down. And in 4 days, they had a bunch of volunteers come over to the sanctuary. And in 4 days, they threw up another section with 2 more cages, another enclosure. And they went down and got them before they were destroyed. So these are, definitely rescued bears. So, I mean, they aren't like going out in the wild and catching bears or anything like that. These are rescued from bad situations.
Do they
Did they what?
sterilize them? Fix them?
Yep, they do. That's one of the first. These bears have real good vet care, and they do sterilize them. Jakey, I remember they were. It's best for their growth and stuff if you wait on the male until they're about 10 years old. But he was just such a pain in the neck when it was, in season time. So they ended up sterilizing him a couple years early. But yeah. Yep, they don't have no baby bears there.
Yazzie had that fit because Tibby, the one that gives him a whipping every now and then, came by, and so since I was holding him, he thought he would cuss at him. Right, Yazzie? No. Just trying to catch up on the chat.
I know, I've been yapping away.
They thought that I left because when I hit the wrong button a while ago, because they offended me, and I was laughing about what they thought might have been offensive.
Oh, I'll have to go back and read that.
read Fantastic Fish Friends comment.
Deborah says there was a guy in Memphis that had a couple lions in his backyard, dog pens. They were skinny and had sores. Finally took them and put them in his. Yeah, there was the zoo in Billings, which I think is closed now, but they used to have a couple grizzly bear cubs, and they were from oh gosh. I probably told this story before, but one time I went to Yellowstone with a friend, and he had like a camper, and he pulled over outside of Cook City before the park so that he pulled over in a little parking area so he wouldn't have to pay camping fees to be in the park. And I got up the next morning and stepped outside to have a cigarette and drink my coffee. And I just got the worst feeling. I mean, the worst feeling, like something was watching me. And that, I mean, the hair was standing up on the back of my neck and everything. And I just turned around and went back in the camper. And I told my friend, and he laughed at me. But he was ready to go, so we pulled out and left. And as soon as I left there, I felt fine. But I didn't feel right standing there. Well, when I got home, my daughter and I were watching the news. And outside of Cook City, just a little ways from where we were, a grizzly bear with 2 cubs had gone through a campground, attacking everybody. And she ended up killing a kid that was a little ways out, away from everybody else in a tent. She killed him, and they partially ate him and covered him up. And then the Fish and Game put out some live traps, and it took them 2 or 3 days to catch him. But of course, she got destroyed. And the cubs, because cubs learn from their mother, they couldn't be out in the wild anymore. Because they'd eaten somebody, So they went to the zoo in Billings. But the morning that I didn't feel right and got back in the camper, that was the morning after she had attacked the campground. was pretty close to where we were at.
She could have still been there.
Yeah, she was still in the area because it took them a couple days to catch her. So she was still loose that morning. And I won't say that's what it was, but I just know that I had a really bad feeling and got back in the camper.
Nobody there at the campground had a gun?
Evidently not.
Damn.
But they figured the reason she did it was because she was like way too skinny. So she was hungry. And the first couple people that she grabbed, like one person, she grabbed him by the arm and drug him out of the tent. They beat her off and scared her off. But the poor guy that was off by himself, he wasn't so lucky.
That's nuts.
But that's not, like I say, that's not normal behavior for a grizzly bear. But she was way underweight, so she was definitely hungry, and that's probably why she did that. Usually bear attacks are caused by two things. There's two main reasons, which everybody knows, that you don't want to like stumble on a grizzly bear with cubs, because that's always bad. But
black bear too.
Yeah. But the other thing that is just as bad that a lot of people don't realize is when a grizzly bear makes a kill, they eat what they want and they cover it up with brush, and then they'll lay somewhere close and guard it. And if you are unlucky enough to stumble into that, it is just as bad as a bear with cubs, because they're guarding their food. And a lot of people have gotten attacked because of that.
It sure would be handy to keep a roasted chicken around for times like that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would bait it away, but...
Night, Benny Loco. But with bears too, a lot of people, you're told to wear like bells and stuff. But I've actually sat and watched a trail one time where people were coming down off the trail hiking with bells on, and there was a black bear down over the slope, and it heard those bells and like took off towards them. And the reason is they don't know what they are. They hear the bells, they don't know what it is, and they're curious.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're talking, making a lot of noise, talking or singing or whatever, which is better than bells, they recognize it as being human, and they won't do that. But you have something like bells or something that's making noise that they don't recognize, they're going to go find out what it is because they're curious.
Oh, yeah.
And bears are pretty smart. They actually have most bears have the IQ of about a 7-year-old child. So they aren't dumb animals by a long shot, and they're very curious. And I've watched them like play before, even out in the wild, they'll play. I watched some one time a black bear with 2 cubs, and there was like a snowy slope, and they were sliding down on their bellies in the snow, and they'd get down to the bottom and run back up the top again and slide down again. I mean, they were playing.
What's up, Griffin?
Griffin took his time finding us, didn't he?
He worked today.
Fantastic fish. So if I apply the think like the fish thing to think like the female, I will have more luck. I might try
Hey,
that.
Griffin. Sean says he doesn't care if it's friendly or not. He doesn't want to be near anything bigger than him. The one that you have to watch out for more than bears in the wild is those damn cougars.
Mm-hmm.
If they can sneak up behind you, they have killed more than one person, probably more than grizzly bears have.
Coyotes can be the same way.
Yeah. Coyotes, though, will mostly run from you, but I don't know. We lived in this house in Eastern Washington that had, like, it was out in the country, and it had great big windows in the living room that went almost down to the ground. They were only like, the bottoms of the windows were only like 6 inches off the ground. They were huge, huge windows. And I was sitting in the living room one night. I was sitting in the chair reading a book, and I looked up, and there was a coyote standing right at the window watching me. But when I looked up and he realized he'd been spotted, he was gone just like that. It was like I blinked my eyes, and did I just really see that?
They're not shy at all here. Just recently, one ran up, or not one, but I think she said 3 chased their dog through the yard. They live on a farm, and the dog ran up on the porch, and her husband were there. They're old people, but they ran up there and grabbed the dog, and
Oh my goodness.
they had to go out and shovel or whatever, beat them off their dog.
Yeah, I've lost a couple cats to coyotes before when I lived out in the country. But I've never lost a dog, but I've lost a couple cats.
They need to run into Yazzie a time or two, don't they, Yazzie? He'll fix them. He'll fix them.
Oh my God. One time in Oregon, in the Dalles, Oregon, when I lived there, I was like, I looked up and there was a bald eagle in the sky, like way up high. And I was like, what is he carrying? He's got something. And I'm like looking up. And then he got a little bit closer to where I could see. And I saw the pink collar. He had somebody's cat.
Oh.
Because eagles and owls will get cats too when they can, or small dogs.
Yep.
Bob disappeared again.
He needs to quit pushing buttons.
He's going to blame it on Yazzie. Yazzie did it. Lurking to feed. Oh, you're lurking. Well, no, Bob, get up here and show us the fishes.
Well, when he said that, how rude.
We want to see you feed the fish. Everybody likes to watch you feed the fishes.
Yeah, Steph, it's like that around here too. We actually got a lot of bald eagles because of Lake Racetown. It's not far from the house. He said okay, but no narrative.
That's fine. We'll just watch you and we'll talk.
Yeah, Lorraine.
Oh no, I don't know if I'm more traumatized by these stories or the Ghost and Dennis ones.
He needs the link again.
Watching for Bob. I don't see him yet.
Jess from Maine wants to know if you want to see her corgi puppies.
Corky. Oh my gosh, she's got the puppies.
Yeah. She said she'd come up and show them to you.
Okay, there's the link. Yes, I want to see puppies. Puppies are good.
Oh, they're adorable.
They are. I'm getting that girl female.
Oh, look at Yahtzee on your
No,
shoulder.
you're not. I know that's a dead issue. You have to fight her for that one.
That's what we were talking about. One of the things tonight.
I don't believe it.
Skipper, you need to stay out of my business into Pam's.
I know too much stuff.
Huh?
I've watched a lot of live streams. I know better.
Well, Yazzie, is there any way I could set you down under food? Where's that food? He's dead.
Is that the one you said that was sick?
Yeah, he's not in any sickness now.
Oh no.
They did real well. There was two of them when I first got them, and one disappeared. But this one just kept getting thinner and thinner. And I did try some copper in here once, but that didn't seem to help him.
Here's the puppies.
Oh,
Oh.
They're trying to crawl out of my hands.
there's mine.
Oh my gosh. Look at the oh, I shouldn't even look. I want a puppy so bad.
They
Oh
are
my
adorable.
They're sweet.
Look at those guys. Oh.
That was an interesting discussion you had, Jess, about the merles. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's kind of it's neat. I mean, I like getting into the DNA stuff anyway, but they're really cool. I love the merles. Which was this one? This would be Merle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. She
Let's see.
sound like a Bob.
This is a girl. The Merle is a girl, and I'm keeping her. And then the male this is a boy. Does he have an eye open? No, not yet. Okay. I say it's early for that, but I thought I had seen a reflection of an eye open.
Oh, I'm in love.
And I have, of course, I'm keeping this female, but the other female I already have a deposit on, so that leaves 3 boys.
Sweet. Good for you.
Yeah, and actually, I've pretty much some of them are spoken for, just don't have any deposits down yet. So everybody's waiting on that stimulus check.
How many do you have?
I have 5.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, we got 5.
There you go, Pam.
That dog don't get
No.
neither.
Dragon Layer said you only had 2. No, she had 5, but I could only carry 2. They were squirming too much for me to carry anymore.
Oh, I love the smell of puppies.
I got some puppy breath, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You got some puppy breaths. And she's getting prettier and prettier every day, just like I thought she would. But the tan is coming out in her face that you really couldn't see when she was first born. And then these guys, their tan is coming out too. But he's the one with the most white on him. So he'll go pretty fast too. The other one, the little girl that's a try, she don't have hardly any white on her at all. And then the other 2 males look kind of like him.
Gotcha.
But he's got the most white.
Oh my gosh. They're so cute.
As soon as they open their eyes, which should be about 6 more days, about 6, 7 more days. I'll move them to the living room where they get socialized a lot.
Yeah.
Right now they're still in my bathtub, but as soon as they open their eyes, they'll get moved to the living room and they'll hear all kinds of sounds and noises. And then they start, by about 5 weeks old, they're gone. As soon as they start, once they open their eyes, I put them on puppy food really fast. And once they're eating, mama lets go of them, they can go.
Mm.
But like I said, I chip them and I keep up with them. I've got the names and addresses of all the litters that I've had. And hopefully, if everything worked right, if anything, by God, if anything would happen, they would come back to me.
Yeah.
So good, So far, so good. So, the sweet babies.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I wish I could hand it to you through the computer so you could just hold it.
I know, huh?
They're sweet. They're sweet. Hopefully, this little girl, she'll have merles later on down the road. And I can breed her to a merle, but only because she's half merle. So if she was full merle, I couldn't breed her to a merle.
Oh.
Because you get lethal whites. And that's what me and Bob were talking, or we were talking about in my stream the other morning, about the kind of with horses. The best way to know how to explain it is the lethal whites. And I don't remember exactly what gene it is. And it has a lot to do with the paint horses. But if you breed, one to another, you can get a lethal white. And the lethal white is, it's born dead. It grows to full term, but it's born dead. And the same thing can happen with the merles. So if you breed a full merle to a full merle, you can have major problems. It may not be lethal whites, but major issues.
Ah.
So, yeah. But I could breed her one time, one line to a merle. But her babies could not be bred to a merle. So we'll see. I was excited. I had told my husband that if I had a female merle, I was keeping her, and he did not want another dog. Did not. I can't tell you how many fights we've had about it. And I got a female merle. And the funny thing is she was the only merle, out of 5, she's the only merle. So I thought it was funny. I was like, yeah. What'd you say again?
Yeah, like, listen, this was destined to stay.
That's right. It was destined. Yep. It was destined. But they're sweet. They're sweet. Well, I'm going to take them back because their mama's already following me. She's already up underneath me wanting them back.
Okay. Thank you for showing us.
You bet.
See ya.
We'll go back to watching Bob's fishies.
Oh, dear God.
His water puppies.
He got a lot of water puppies.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Now, Skipper, see how sweet and polite Jess is?
What are you trying to say?
I just asked you, did you see how sweet and polite she is?
Yeah, but you're going somewhere today. I ain't falling into your trap.
There's no trap. It's a simple question. Simple question.
Well, that's obviously a yes.
Well, there you go.
Hi, Gina. I'm going to, in about 15 minutes or so, I'll give away my last calendar.
There's Dan the fish.
Was that the one that had the seizures?
Yep.
And it's good now, completely.
Yeah, when it came here, I fed it the first night and then the next day, and I thought, what's different between here and there? There's nothing else in the tank with it. It took me a couple of days to really prove it to myself, but it was just getting overexcited.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I named it Dan, and then it stopped seizuring.
So
I've
if you
seen
would
I've
keep
seen
it,
goats do that.
yeah.
Goats, they'll get really excited, then they'll just like have a seizure and fall over.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said ghost.
No, goats
Yeah.
with a T.
Fainting goats.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're actually, that's just how they are. It's their defense mechanism, but it's not a good one.
No.
Not if you're trying to outrun coyotes.
I used to
Yeah.
have like I used to raise pygmy goats. I never saw one do that before. Ghosts might do it too. You never know, Sean. The question is would you see them if they did it?
That's it. I'd say they faint all the time and we don't know it.
We go down the wormhole again to where we give people nightmares.
Yeah, I had nightmares that night. I couldn't hardly sleep. I was up all night.
Oh, sure.
I slept good.
I messaged you, Pam, something. I sent you something, and you answered me right back, and it was like 5:10.
Yeah,
No,
I never sleep.
No, you messaged me, I think. That's what it was.
I've been going to bed anywhere from like 6 o'clock in the morning to like 12 o'clock.
Stay here, Yazzie.
Which
Yazzie.
is why if you stream in the mornings, you'll never see me.
Rough. Thick fish.
Would ghosts go through the floor if they fainted?
When I lived in that haunted house, though, most of the ghosts weren't scary. They would scare me once in a while, but not very often. Most of the time, I just like shrug my shoulders and ignore it and keep doing what I was doing.
They all come running. Did you ever?
It definitely taught me that there is things in the world that we don't know about. Mickey wants to know if you're going to put Dan with a few other fish later to see if there will be a reaction or backlash.
That's a good question. And in fact, you might have noticed that I already have. He's got 2 little Corydoras and he's got a Gambusia mosquito fish. But somebody, I'll just say their initials, Maria Z, begged me not to put any more fish in there yet. So that's been a month, so I guess I can now. She was concerned about him. So I might start putting some in there. Lord knows I've got enough now that all the Ginger's rainbows are here. Most of them. And that's that beta from Lisa. Daniel talking. All right, there you go. She hardly won't eat this stuff. She wants bloodworms every.
Deborah says you're all going to have me burning sage with the ghosts talking. They like me too well. I only ever had problem. Well, I had a couple little things happen in other places, but once I moved out of that house, I haven't had anything happen since.
Here we go.
So either they don't like me, or I just haven't happened to live in another place like that.
I'd say they don't like you.
Yeah, nobody likes me.
Yeah, I see. Yes, he does. Oh, gosh. Nelson has slept all day. There he is. You can barely see him. You can't really see him. I fed him his food. He poked his head out, and I fed him this morning. But it is that time of year they should be brumating, so I shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Sandy hasn't been out today either. There he is in there looking out. Yep, yep. All right.
I hear Daniel.
I started to say I'm going to mute this, but yeah, he's just wanting to know where I'm at.
Holly says, I don't know if I've ever lived in a place without a ghost. I have. I've had a couple unusual things happen at different places, but mostly it was just at that one house. And I was really worried when I moved out that I was going to bring something with me, but I didn't. So that was good.
Without a goat, she said?
Ghost. Yeah, some of them are mischievous. I had in that house, I had the poltergeist one in the kitchen was always playing tricks, moving stuff and stuff disappearing and finding it in weird places, or disappearing and then appearing back in the same place after 5 minutes. So yeah, it was a trickster. But it was just in the kitchen. It didn't kitchen and the front porch. It didn't go anywhere else. Oh yeah, that's what I'd have. Like, I'd get up in the morning and every single cupboard in the kitchen would be standing wide open, top and bottom. And a couple times during the night, I'd hear the kitchen cupboard slam shut. Bob spoils his fishies.
Yeah, I see that. I was like, I was wondering if that was the blind one he's talked about.
It is the blind one, and I'm so glad I was muted because they've learned to come around. The pacu don't bother me so far. They really are not. They're not piranhas, you know. But they still can tear people up. They're pretty good. But anyway, one of the smaller fish there nipped me, and I screamed just then. Yeah, if I didn't feed the blind one, it wouldn't make it. You get away.
I've stuck my hands in an aquarium before and it had them like my hand totally covered with shrimp. It kind of tickles.
Yeah, well, you know, I hand feed those marine shrimp in there. I'll do that too if y'all are bored when I get in that room.
He's down at Indian River Bay, and the tide went out. So we're sitting there on the sandbar. There was still water on it, but it wasn't that deep. We'd be sitting there, and then all these wee little fish would come up and start cleaning your feet.
Like Pandagaras.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't that, but
No, it wasn't. I don't know what they were like wee little fish.
pulling on the hair on the legs. When we were kids, they used to do that over at Once Bar Lake. We go.
Yeah. Mike M says, "Beware of water in the armpit, Bob." Huh.
Now, I've done the boob dip thing before.
TMI, TMI.
That was good.
I'm going to turn Daniel back on. Tell you, that squirrel fish is the one that scares me right there.
But he's got such big, beautiful eyes.
Right? That's so he can eat little fish from below, from come up underneath them at night. Let's see here. Let's see what I've got. This jumbo krill. Watch how fast he can cover that distance. Let's see. He or she. You got to make sure the crab gets some. He likes fish too.
There was always a bunch of hermit crabs on the beach on Cape Cod.
Yeah. Oh, land crabs? Yeah.
Hermit crabs.
Yeah. There's the terrestrial, I guess they're called, and then there's the aquatic. And this guy's fully aquatic here. I got two others too. They killed my urchin. I saw one of them cleaning this shell thing out, so I just let him finish it. They lived together like 6 months. What's scary about that squirrel fish is he never gets any bigger. I mean, his belly doesn't fill up. And he can eat like 10 of these jumbo shrimp if I let him. I don't ever let him have that many, but he's measuring them to make sure he can pack them down.
I remember when I had angelfish, I used to feed them a lot of mosquito larvae. And they would eat until they had these big bulging, like their sides would go down and there'd be a big bulging tummy on them.
I didn't know you had angelfish. I knew you had discus.
Yeah, a long time ago I had some angelfish.
Got a light acting weird here for some reason. Slider on that end.
That was when I lived in Oregon, and I'd wait till after a good rain and I'd go out in the driveway with a fish net and like just fish mosquito larvae out of the puddles in the driveway.
Yazzie thinks he's got holly treed. Yazzie, you do not have holly treed. She'll slice you up like deli meat. She was the one that would look where Yazzie chewed up my coffee napkin under there. She was the one that kept getting up there in front of my magnifier when I did my stream today. Holly, don't you bother Yazzie. Don't you bother Yazzie.
When I was a kid, I had a Siamese cat that stayed outside all the time. But she would drive anything off the property. She had her borders around the house and nothing crossed them. But I remember my sister had a friend come over and visit. She brought her dog. And it was a big dog, like I think it was for my mind just went blank. It was a big dog anyway. But it caught sight of our cat and it started barking and it chased the cat up on top of the fence. And I was sitting there watching. The cat was like sitting on top of the fence looking at it, and it was down below her barking. And it just jumped down in the middle of that dog. And the girl had to take the dog to the vet and get its nose stitched up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because that cat didn't put up with no shit.
That cat said, "Here's something for your face."
Yep.
Yeah.
Saint Bernard, that's what I was trying to think of. It was part Saint Bernard. It was a big dog.
Oh, yeah. Just trying to look at some things to swap Jess, and I just want snails, basically. And she's interested in a couple of fish, and this is one of them that she might be interested in. I got to build my colony up a lot more, but
What are those?
they're actually African cichlids. They're Burchardes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, these are kind of have the blue tint to them, but there are some that are pink, pinkish. So she was looking them up. The babies are eating big fish food now. Look at them. They're so cute.
They are.
They're about due to have another mess of little ones. Here's one of their babies way over here. That I've got a second group spawning under there, and they only brought their babies out once that I've seen. They're real tiny. Where this tank went to shit, didn't it, Pam? That's the one that had all the hanging roots and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come back. It's just not getting enough light over here. It's in the tub. The tub's all last over today.
Jess said she really does like those fish.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I like the silver tips on the ends of their fins.
I forgot Jess was in there. It's a good thing I only said nice things.
You did.
Just remember, videos are forever.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can get them deleted.
Hey, Catfish Cherry.
Hey, Cherry. This is one gorgeous fish here. $3.99 at Petco.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yep. I just had to worm it and all that stuff, the usual stuff. Can't get
Hello,
them.
Catfish Cherry.
I'm loving these bowls. I've got 3 of them now. They're 4 gallons. And these are also cichlids. They're those little blue lip, multicolor Egyptian mouth brooders. Now that's a hell of a name. They're growing. They'll be ready to go up in a 10-gallon soon. Very soon. All they have in there is plants and a little tiny heater and air stone. Yeah. Look at you, bed. Look at you, bed. You are no good. Let's see if I get a comment for putting that tip of that down in the water. That's one of Nathan's convict fish. Nathan Alexander. And there are fire mouse in there too.
Burger.
Jess, this is what I sent you the picture of, but I'm sure you know that. Know that. Pictures.
Which ones are those?
Those are, I got these from, I think it's the Guppy boy. He's got a real nice, not so little business anymore, but they're the gold blue Firetailed Guppies.
Oh,
See, they're all just gold, all the fry. There's the female, the original adult female. These are all her babies. About 3 or 4 drops. And there's the daddy. They're not a real colorful fish. They're, where's he at? Oh, I need a camera assistant. Jesus, there he is. Real subtle colors.
You could just strap your phone onto the Yazzie. He'd assist you.
He's a good production assistant. You see, he's right here at my beck. And what's that under the desk? Notepad. Light's a little better there. This is a pretty little fish. It's got yellow on its tail also.
it's pretty.
Yep. I say he still has some. I got mine as young ones, little. You could just barely tell one was a male. There are some little males starting up in here. He's got nice stuff anyway. He just breeds stuff, that people are going to buy, it seems like. So Dan is still going in there.
Yep, I can hear him.
Poor
He's
thing.
got a very distinct hound bark.
He's baying. He's caught something. He's treed something. I've got to send Amy's stuff to her, but I just don't want to go out to mail things right now. That's Amy's and that's Amy's. And I don't see the sponges. Yazzie, is that sponges? There they are.
I know I'm not going out very much because they lifted the mask mandate here. So
They lifted it.
yeah.
Well, the weather's so bad here. I wear my mask. I do.
I've been double masking when I go out because the UK variant has been found here.
Yeah.
And there's no mask mandate, so everybody's running around maskless. So I always double mask now.
Look at her.
But I got an email today saying that I'm now eligible for the shot. So I've got to try to call and make an appointment.
A friend of mine that I used to work with, Sandy, she's an artist. I think I told you about her before. Sandy, oh hell, I worked with her for 16 years. Anyway, Sandra Ross. And I had on Facebook today that she had got her second vaccine today. And I remember when she did like a month or 2 months ago. And I said, well, I have to wait, in Tennessee. She's in Tennessee too, but a different county. And I said, well, I'll be eligible, my age group, at the end of March or 1st of April, they're saying. And she said on Facebook, she's an old psych nurse too. She said, damn, Bob, how young are you? It was funny. I said, I'm 65, but I have to wait.
Yeah, they just opened it up for 65 and above today here. But they said they don't have enough vaccines yet, but it's time to get like an appointment made and stuff.
I think she's probably 75. She's like, I didn't know that till after we both retired. I think she's 10 years older than me. So she didn't have any trouble. She lives over there where Ed lives in that county.
Yeah, I got to find out how much it's going to cost me too, since I don't have insurance. So I got to find out how much it costs, make sure I have enough money.
It shouldn't cost you anything if you go to the
but they charge a fee for giving the shot. The shot itself is free, but they do charge like a fee for giving it. So I got to find out how much that's going to be.
That sucks. That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Especially for a senior person, that's. I'll give my own damn shot then if they don't want to give it to me free.
But it said that what they're going to have is the Moderna, which is good because that's one that I want to get. After researching the different ones, that's the one I wanted. So I'm hoping I can get. But I tried like 4 times today and couldn't get through. I'm sure they're like getting flooded with calls.
Yeah. If you need tax help, don't call the IRS. That's still my favorite beta. That's from Dan. I started redoing this tank. It still looks horrible, but at least I cleaned it out some. Took that big piece of driftwood that was there covered with black hair algae, and the goldfish cleaned it up into that. No, not at all. Here's one more squirt. You guys are worse than goldfish. Too big. All right. Yeah, one of my lights is dim.
Hello, the Midnight Lobster. You know, while we're showing your fish, I think I'll go ahead and give away the last calendar.
I would.
So, for people that don't know, I'm going to pull up a random video. Well, I'll show the calendar real quick first.
Hey, babies. Hey, babies.
And this is the last one that I have, so.
Daniel. Sorry.
I gotta backtrack the video.
Yeah, so you want to go in there and tell him to shut up for me? That's what I could use help with. I bet he's got himself over there in the corner and is confused. He does. Yep. Dan, come here, baby. What's wrong?
Holly wants to know if you signed the calendar, Pam.
You can't go there. Silly boy. Oh, buddy. The buddy. You can come if you want to, Yazzie. Come on. No due to those cats whip you, will it?
Good night, Mike M.
Night.
Who is that that's saying good night?
Mike M is leaving.
I don't know who that is. I guess I could look, huh?
Okay, so the rules of the giveaway are I'm going to pull up a random number, and it's going to be a number between 1 and 50, and I do have a random number generator that I'll show you guys. And whoever comes closest without going over is the winner. And I can only do the calendars US because it'd be too expensive to ship overseas. But if you want to enter and win in your overseas, you can give it to somebody. And if there's any tie, then we do a tiebreaker between the people who tied. And I'm going to type start, and everybody can put in a number, and then I'll generate a number, and we'll go back and look. I think I got all of them sent, Gina. I'll go back and double check, but I think I got everything sent today.
Bob, what size is that tank they're in?
I will double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure everything got sent out today.
Yeah, tell him to get the hell out of the way.
What size tank is that, Bob?
10 gallon. cold water. All it's got in it is an air stone.
Okay, I'm going to type start.
This is some kind of evil plot. Y'all make her show the thing.
You want a number, Bob?
No. Thank you, though. Watch Skipper be the winner now. I bet you. Whoa.
Oh, thank you, Mardu.
Who won?
Nobody yet.
Oh, well, the sound was off for me. Didn't know.
Somebody said if they won it, they want to give it to me.
Yeah. Who is it? Your mother on there? Your mom on there?
No.
Yep. Is Pam still up?
Am I what?
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere.
No, I'm just watching the numbers.
These are the orange shrimp that I got from Priscilla a couple of nights ago now. They're all still doing great.
Sean says he forgot about the patch ice.
Yeah, again. You just did that a minute ago.
Jess begged me for some Proventus. No,
Is
she
that the
didn't.
ones you picked up?
Yeah. From
Those are
P.
Bobby.
Yep.
Well, they are pretty.
Yep. No, she's got scads of these, she said. But I have the oh,
1 to
another.
50. Yep, Chevy fish. Throw out a number between 1 and 50.
Oh, I need to move that sticker. I had named this tank after James because it used to have the Pacu in it. And I had to move them, make room for Ginger's fish. Are you going to have giveaways Saturday, Pam?
Yeah, it'll probably be a couple little cards.
That'll be cool. That'll work.
I'll be around Saturday to help you.
Oh, good.
That sounded more like a threat on this end.
Okay, has everybody got a number in?
Looks like
I'm going to type stop and go over to the random number. Okay, I'm going to generate a number. And we have number 25.
That's my number.
So let me go back through on the screen.
Bluefish won it. That person got it dead on.
Who did?
Bluefish.
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it. Very good. Okay, congratulations, and send me your mailing address. And I'm going to put my email in here. And copy and paste, because if it's not spelled right, it won't go through. And like I say, send me your mailing address. And Gina, did you buy a calendar or did you win one?
Tell her you want it, Gina. She won't remember.
Oh, I don't have it written down. If she bought one, she should have gotten it a long time ago because I sent all those out a long time ago. So I got to go back and check. But I'm wondering if she bought one, if it got lost in the mail.
Seems like she asked you about it a couple weeks ago. But don't go by me.
You bought one? You should have gotten it already. So I'm going to have to send you another one if you never got it, because I know all of them that were purchased I sent out like a month ago or a couple months ago. So it must not have gotten to you. So I will make a note and get you another one sent out immediately. And I apologize profusely for that.
How are you going to send her one and send one of the winners?
No, I'll order another one and get it sent to her.
I bet you it's stuck in the mail.
Because it had to have gotten lost, because I'd like all those got sent out a long time ago. So it had to have gotten lost somewhere. So I will. Okay. Yeah. I believe you. But like I said, I know I sent all of them out. So I will send you another one. That can happen sometimes. So I'm glad that we caught that. And like I say, I apologize, because you should have had it like a couple months ago. Now I feel really bad about that.
Well, you don't run the post office.
I know, but I wish I would have caught that sooner, because those ones got sent out a long time ago.
I would send her mine, but I didn't get one this year.
I sent you one.
Shh. Damn. Damn.
Well,
You
boy,
sent-
since you got one.
You sent me one, but I didn't get one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gina, actually send me your mailing address. I don't have to go back through. Trying to go back through PayPal's a pain in the neck. So I'm going to put in my mailing, or I'm going to put in my email and send me your mailing address to my email so I can get it right out to you.
Oh, I've got some more little.
Oh my goodness. An entire FedEx truck went up in smoke in Kansas about 2 months ago.
Wow.
That's not a good thing.
I didn't hear about that.
Every once in a while you hear about, mail trucks get wrecking and mail being all over the highway and stuff like that. But yeah. But Gina's is definitely lost because, like I say, I sent out all of those like a couple months ago.
Well, you don't need to get another one. I probably haven't even opened mine. I'll just send it back to you and you can send her that one.
No, I'll get another one.
Because I didn't even, the two I got last year, I still haven't even opened them. I'm saving them for the art.
Well, keep it. I got it covered. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
But mostly I feel bad that I didn't catch it sooner because, like I say, I just figured everybody had those ones.
It's got to be like 2 o'clock or in the morning or 1 o'clock. Listen to those birds. They're on the same schedule we're on, Pam. That's the other crabenzas. If Jess is in here or Skipper. Giant.
Oh, no, Sean, that sucks.
That's pretty ones too.
Yeah, these are bigger than the others and just a different. No, not really. But listen. Hey. Yazzie and Daniel. That can't be good. Sorry for screaming. Next time I'll mute it and scream it. See how clean that wood is? It used to have big wavy moss. There's still some of it up there. Not quite as long, but they've methodically gone over that and cleaned it off. It's only been in there a couple of days. But you never hear about goldfish being algae eaters.
That Chevy fish, that is, I hate the stupids told us about that. So I didn't hear about it until tonight.
Oh, them crabenzas, what color were they?
He's just wanting to make me walk back over there. They're the colors crabenzas are. That I've got. I only colony breed them. In other words, the lead pair or the dominant pair breed. And there are 4 or 5 females colored up wanting to breed, so most of them hid. There's probably 50 or 60 of them in there. Keeping out of it. I got to.
Quit it.
Okay, Gina, thanks. Like I say, I apologize so much for that because I just assumed that everybody had gotten those ones. But I didn't get the email yet. I'll check again in a minute, make sure I get it. Because I hope you copied and pasted, because if my name's not spelled quite right, it won't go through. The goldfishies. It might have been eaten by a mail sorter machine too. Yeah, stuff happens.
I put them a bunch of Java moss in there too. They picked at it, but they really like that black hair algae.
Okay, I did not get the address yet. So I'm gonna put my email in again. I feel really bad about it because I should have like double checked and made sure everybody got theirs, but I didn't. I just sent them out. And I sent them out. I remember it was a little bit before Christmas and the mail was like totally crazy. So everybody's took longer than it should have because of the mail, but it definitely should have gotten there by now. So hi, Detroit Shrimp.
Good. Sit down.
I had that happen to Chevy Fish. I won something on Dan's Fish from somebody, and I'm not going to say any names, but I never got it. But I didn't worry. I just, oh well.
No, I would tell him about it so he doesn't have that person give away again. That makes him look bad.
Pam, I told you I sent that.
It wasn't you, Bob.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Bill.
Jazzy doll. Jazzy baby. Gotta make the bed up.
No, I still haven't gotten it, Tina. So try refunding it. The worst I had happen is I sent some art to Maria Z, and it was sent with the batch of stuff at Christmas time, and she sent me a picture of it when she got it. The package was like soaked in some kind of cinnamon oil, and it was like a total mess and soaked, and it took weeks longer than it should have to get to her, and when it did, it was like the outside of it was totally damaged, and the oil had she said it smelled like cinnamon, and it had soaked clear through the layers of cardboard. But I tape everything up so well and package it up so tight that nothing was damaged.
Freaking
Oh, you won 10,000 from me and never got it? Well, don't hold your breath.
fish is so funny. It's one of Ginger's, or one of mine now, but it won't come out when I'm looking at it till I look away, and then I can look at it all I want to. Whatever. Pam, did you see Dharma on the Facebook?
Yes, I did. That was awesome.
Yeah. She's also on Instagram. I took the music off of it. Whitney Houston was doing some screaming on that Facebook.
Night, Dragon Lair. Look at that face.
She was up moving around a lot. Hey, stop. Nazi. I was tired of that this morning at 9 o'clock. Daniel.
Yes, I did get it. I did get it.
Danny dog. He's jealous. Yes, he is.
Thank you, Laura Sutton.
Annie's my baby.
So I'll get you that right out, Gina. And like I say, I apologize so much. I should have double checked and make sure everybody got theirs, and I didn't. I just got them sent out. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much.
All right.
I think sometimes when stuff gets damaged in the mail, they just toss it. And I wonder if that's what happened because I don't know. Like I say, I know Maria's package got there like totally damaged, and it was like really late. We were getting real worried about it. But like I say, I know that got sent out before Christmas, so it's definitely lost somewhere.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, that's too long. It's gone. So I'll get another one sent out.
That's funny.
Has
Are you finding something good in there, Yazzie?
Actually, he has 2 pieces of food I'm not supposed to know about because I don't let them. I let them eat on the bed, but they can't keep food on the bed. I've got sheets dried to put on here too, and like you see, I have plastic on the bed. It's not my first rodeo with dogs, chihuahuas.
Mm.
My love said he's starving to death. He's down to nothing. Poor Milo. Milo. Hello. Milo. You hear me? Yeah, Yazzy's got the dry dog food. I know. Oh. That's why he's going off on Daniel. Oops. See here.
I'm a mod on so many channels that when I like go to a stream and I'm not a mod, I don't see myself. It's like I'll type something in and I'll be reading the chat and it's like, oh, that's me.
I know the feeling. Then when something that Bob ain't, I know he's in there watching. I'm like, Bob's not here. I'm looking for his blue name.
Yeah. Good night. I hate the stupids. Have a good night.
Such a beautiful fish. He's so aggressive. And that gold on her is really rich, deep gold. I've got the lights way down with all that mat of duckweed up there.
I still need to get address for one of the winners too. Sean's I have. And the last winner, I did not get their address yet. So hopefully they'll send it tonight so I can get it out.
Bluefish.
Oh, Kevin asked me a long time ago, what time is it right now for you? It is 11:06 p.m.
That would be 106 here. So I'm on overtime now. I hope you can afford me, Pam. I'm on overtime right now. Look at Darla now. She'll get excited now.
I'm on overtime on StreamYards, but they won't shut it off. And they reset Saturday, so I should be good for Saturday's stream.
Well, if you need me to log in, just let me know. I mean, yeah, she's being a heifer, playing hard to get. Fell behind her. She saw it. She's real slick about watching in the glass and stuff for the plexiglass. She was little. She used to do that. I couldn't see her. I wasn't smart as her, obviously. She'd get behind something and watch me. Try to get her to come out and eat.
Yeah, Bluefish. Bluefish needs to make sure you send me your mailing address so I can get that out.
Just a few more tanks. Somebody's been putting dishes around in here and not putting them away.
Thank you, Chevy Fish.
I think she's got an egg or two in her.
Well, she looks like it, doesn't she?
Yep.
Yeah,
First.
my goodness. She doesn't look very comfy.
Should take her and a male out and put them in a little tank with some gravel for a day or two. They make just perfect dithers for the little pistogrammas in here.
Hey, did you ever get them platies to breed?
No. Nope. That shrimp tank I showed you is where they were. I moved them on out of there. That's my breeding and grow out tank. So now they're just in a tank. Maybe they will breed now, but nope. They had a couple of babies several months ago. I found a couple of fry, but
I put
all of the
poultry.
Java moss that I had in those cadenzas in the other room was in that tank. So there was no way they could predate them. And I pulled it out to put the shrimp in there and put the moss that Priscilla sent with the shrimp.
I have one in a breeding holding thing because she should be popping any day. The other one dropped 3 babies, and then the other eggs weren't fertilized.
I had to break these guys up fighting last night. Scared me. He's always been good about coming up to eat. Come here. Over here.
Is that the dragon puffer?
That's the boy, we think. That's Sterling. And then Zen Ginger named Carrot. There she is back there.
Yeah.
She's quite a bit bigger, but he was winning last night, so I got in there with my trusty blue net. That made it an even match. Come here, girl. Come on, girl. Here she comes. Come on, baby. Better leave her alone. Look at him. He's getting in the Kool-Aid now. She may make me go get some bloodworms. Nope, she's looking at it. She's a little finikier. Spit it out. Eat her. I guess she wants seconds. Well, make no mistake, these fish are fast and strong. Look at that. And begged me for that. She hadn't eaten hers first piece. I'll watch them. Oh. 2 more tanks. See how much faster it goes when I don't talk about them much. Really goes a lot faster. Thank God I just feed once a day now. This tank looks awful too. And there's a dead fish sucked up there. I think. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, you be feeding on.
What'd you say, Skipper? That's just talking to me.
I said, oh, yeah, before I got cut out. You'd be feeding all day if you fed twice or 3 times a day.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more tanks than I had even just a year ago. So
Yeah.
I do the fry twice a day, at least. So I'm also resetting this one. I got all these plants, baby plants that have grown out. I've got a Pam, I'll send you some of that if you want it. It's done real good. It's not Vesuvius, it's something else. That was the immersed plant. It's all died back, of course, now that it's gone in water, but before it died back, it put out all these runners with all those baby plants.
Oh,
And I'm
nice.
hoping that parrot's feather makes it. I love that. I've never had it, but it is dying back, but we'll see.
Mine died.
Parrot's feather.
Yep.
That's the first time I've ever had it. I don't know that I've just never seen it or didn't want it before.
Hmm.
First time I've had it.
Yeah, I got mine off of KG Truffles, and it just died on me.
I probably need to move everything out of this tank and reset the whole tank. Whatever. All right, and then Pam's favorite. And tell me again, Pam, it's a female axolotl that you're looking.
Yep, female.
Yeah, and this one's that big Tahuna's from Ginger. Maybe she'll have caught that one, the female, by next time, and I'll send it to you. Let's see. She's still got eggs in here. Oh, they're so silly. Come on, you saw that. Here. Come on. It's not up at the top anymore. Here.
I'm gonna acquire four eggs and try to hatch them.
Well, these are about hatched out, I think.
I think these things are pretty neat.
They are cool. They're such low. Um, well, I mean, you have to take good care of them, but you know, basically, you got to have cool, clean water that's aerated. And again, I've just got a little sponge in there, no heater, very dim light. Some people don't even use light. I just have the light so that moss will keep growing. Really. The water's cold. Good job.
I got a light on one of my axolotls, but there's so much pennywort on top of the tank. It's like growing out of the tank, so it doesn't bother them any.
I think I lost all the pennywort that I had from you. It was going like gangbusters for a while.
Oh, when it warms up a bit, I'll send you some more.
Yeah, we'll swap out.
But I'm not going to try to send it right now because it's too cold.
I've got to get those other two, the leucistic ones, in there. I want to put all 5 of these in a 40 at least. It's a bit better footprint than a 55. I would actually like to put them in like a 50 low boy, but I don't have one. Get it? Good job. I root for them.
Yeah, they don't really need the depths. A 40 breeder would work a lot better for them, I think.
Yeah.
They'd have more, like you say, it's got a bigger footprint than the 55 does.
I don't see the other guy. Yeah, I do. There's his tail sticking out. There's the eggs that haven't hatched. There's still quite a few eggs laying around in there. Okay. Gotta keep them hatched for an hour now. Floating potato. Okay, good. She ate hers. I wish I could come up with some kind of big scavenger to put in here, but look at him. Look at that. See that? Oh, I'm starting to lose my battery. Losing my battery.
Yeah, your voice sounds funny. It must be the battery.
That was me. There we go. Let's see. Oh, dear God. Holly, and you're the first thing I see. Holly, Holly. The only time I really enforce they can't be up here is when I'm preparing food. And they try it again, but I find footprints everywhere. I do wipe it down with my blue shoe wipes. Okay, what do I want to do? Well, that's all of the fishes. Someday I need to show all the art I have from you and Priscilla.
I see the buffalo.
Buffalo's butt. Where's my Yazzie picture? Oh, hell no. Where's my Yazzie picture? What? It better be right here. Where is my Yazzie picture? I must have taken it in there to the desk because sometimes I have it in there. That's where it is, yeah. Yeah, scared my silly self. Did Skipper pass out?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, remember I was telling you about the dancing and stuff, and I said I'd show you a picture?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you part of it. And, oh, wait a minute, yeah. And it is me, I promise. Looks like there's something dirty on my shoulder. Not on the picture, not on me. That's me.
Oh, you look a little bit different.
Yeah.
But then I look a lot different from when I was young, too.
Oh, yeah. We all do. People think they're going to look like that. Was November. Yazzie, he hears you laughing. November 82. I can't make. There it is.
I was gonna say, I started looking like one of them pictures out of a picture frame you buy. You just saved it.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Well, I was born in November of 55, so that was 82.
The year I was born.
Whatever. So I was 27, I guess, or thereabouts. Yeah. Been a while back. All right. Tim's want me to show the bottom part, but I'm not going to show it all. See, I was skinny. I probably screenshot them together. I bet you think of that.
Mm-hmm.
I showed the only person I've ever shown that to was Candy. She's got the actual picture. So I was complaining one day about being old, and she's like, "You're not old. You're not fat." And I said, "Hold on a minute. Check this out." I'm gonna look at the chat because y'all have gone quiet. See what Skipper was saying. It was on my desk. Okay, thanks, Sandy. I move it back and forth. I just thought I lost it. Didn't Dan bother 40, but shh. No. I know where we were at.
Oh, you must have won the little betta.
Who won the beta?
When I was like, you did. It's right there.
Yeah. Oh, that beta.
When I was running through the ACO cards, I was wondering who won that one. I don't remember.
Yep. I got the beta. I move the stuff around. Carry it around with me. Chewy's still up. Wow. Ed probably stole it. He probably would. That's one reason I don't allow Ed in here. The only person that's been in here like in, I don't know, a year for sure, maybe close to 2 years. I had the people that own the fish store that are my buddies. They wanted to see my tanks, so I let them come over one day. He brings my salt and stuff to me anyway. But they went through one day, and that's one of Yazi's girlfriend, JC. So they came one day, but Kathy is the only one really that comes over. My great nephew came over to bury Winston, but I don't think we came in. No, we didn't. I just don't
I
like
haven't had anybody in my house since the pandemic started.
I just don't want people seeing what I've got, whether I know them or I just don't. I just don't like a lot of company. I'm antisocial as hell anyway, but I just don't want to.
My stuff called. I just hope to come visit you someday.
Yeah, roll on up. I got something that'll get you right back out. That's why I've got a U-shaped driveway. You roll in and keep on rolling.
Now, see, I was actually being nice for once.
Yep, that wasn't nice, threatening to show up uninvited.
I'd at least message you on Facebook.
Asked Kenny if he got to come here. Not if he got to, but he was wanting to film. I said, nope. I'll meet y'all out, but nope.
I wouldn't film.
It's not so much that, it's the dogs. Yazi and Rico's old, and I just don't want to upset everything. All good. Chevy Fish said LOL. And Igor said LOL. I thought y'all would have a field day with that picture. Damn. Ham's altar, Bob. Yep. That's it, Holly. Candy does have everyone's dirt. That is the truth. Thank goodness she's trustworthy. Who's going to get another V-Huh? Oh, GRB. I guess I've read all those comments. I was about to hit the wrong button again. All right. That's one thing I do is hoard plastic bags. See all those plastic bags? Yep. And mustard packs. I'll be the one in the nursing home. They'll have to sedate me to empty out my bedside and my night's table. I'll need that.
Oh, my mother-in-law had a drawer full of packets of stuff from different restaurants, and if we went out to eat, she would carefully wipe off the plastic silverware and put it in her purse.
Oh wow. Not that bad.
And then she was really good about giving you that type of stuff for Christmas too.
Yeah.
One time, my mom got my oldest daughter a charm bracelet for Christmas, and on the way back from their house for Christmas, we stopped at our in-laws for Christmas. And the next Christmas, Jessie got her charm bracelet again from my mother-in-law because she'd accidentally left it there.
Yeah.
And so she opened it up, and I kicked her and went, shh. And my mother-in-law says, oh, this made me think of Jessie. So yeah, it was hers. Oh, people are funny.
They are. This is a calendar I won from, speaking of Jessie, I don't remember the story behind it. He was having a drawing. It's a 2021 too. Like he'd given away an old calendar. I don't remember how he got it, but they were all guessing numbers or something for it. And I went in. I said, "Wait a minute, I want to," and I won it. He sent it to me. Yep. Oh, it must be about the tides. I haven't looked at anything with the pictures in it. Yeah, it's about the tides and stuff like that.
Phases.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It is cool. I had some of these fish right here in my 125.
Well, if I ever go to a nursing home, they'll have to put a muzzle on me because I'll be the one biting everybody.
Oh, no, we know how to deal with you. We know how to deal with your type.
We'll just drug you.
Yeah. First time you wake up the nursing home doctor, he put you on some Haldol and some psychotropic drugs, and you won't even know where you're at. That's sad. That does happen a lot. I'm staying right here. I've been told all my nieces and nephews and stuff, I'm staying right here. So get ready. Just trying to put my eye drops in if I can take a break. Skipper, this is the longest I've ever seen you lucid.
Actually, I'm thinking it's probably about time to call it a night.
You've only been on 2 hours and 45 minutes. No, actually a little longer because you started early.
Yeah. I've been on for a while. But everybody, I will see you Saturday night with my art stream with Priscilla and Jess. And we'll probably get Bob and Skippers up to talk to you while we draw.
I need to renegotiate my contract if Skipper's going to be on. We'll get to that later.
Listen, Bob, we're their comic relief.
I guess. Y'all think I'm kidding? Good for you.
I'll give her right back.
I'm trying to turn my camera around before I move it.
Okay. I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. Thanks for coming up, Skipper and Bob. And I will see you Saturday night, everybody.
11:30.
Saturday art night.
11:30.
11.
Got it.
Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
All right. Goodbye.